Yeah, good morning, students. This is your third day of induction program. As per the schedule, we have our physics exam today. So yesterday, not very good responses came up. Today, I expect everyone to participate in it because whatever technical snags that you have, your faculty members, they have cleared them. So importantly, please remember that you have to write your full name. Do not worry about the temporary ID because we are still working on it. By the end of this session today, I'll be giving you the temporary IDs. So for a while today, write down your full name because yesterday there were some complaints that they were given as absentees instead of writing the exam. That was because your name was not entered by you correctly. Okay, so I believe you don't have any doubts on it. And coming to this exam, you are given 30 minutes. Yesterday, we just extended it to another 30 minutes because we were thinking that probably you wouldn't be understanding the procedure. But today, we are going to close it in exactly 30 minutes. So please start attempting it as soon as you are given the time. And after 10:30, you will have your physics professor addressing you on this. Okay, so all the very best, girls. Now madam is going to give you the, she will share the, she will, yeah, if you have any issues you can just post it on your WhatsApp. So you also have to subscribe this channel so that it becomes easy for you. It becomes easy for you. So anything you want to ask, you can just shoot the questions, because we are trying to attend to you. It has become a 24/7 service, customer care service. I believe every faculty member has been addressing all your queries, and I hope you are happy with this. So now get ready for the exam. Wish you all the best. So at 10:30, again we are going to meet this on this platform just to have a session on physics, followed by again one more lecture by the eminent personalities. So good luck to you, girls. Thank you.
Hello girls, I hope everybody is filling Google Forms and everybody is done filling. So you have 2 more minutes for filling this Google Forms. So please do it fast and then we will stop. And then there will be your physics professor talking about your syllabus for the first sem and the second sem. Thank you.
Well, they are very smart. Okay. Okay. Good morning, girls. I think now you are all ready to listen to these eminent personalities. I think everyone has finished with their exams, because I can see on the WhatsApp everyone giving submitted. That is a very, very good indication, so that we will have clarity on how many people have submitted. It looks many have done this exam without any discomfort today, because I think now you got the knack of doing it on Google Forms. Very good. So now you have a very small briefing by our physics professor, Dr. Narendra Reddy sir. So we are very fortunate you guys are very fortunate to have him as your professor, because he is a retired professor from Osmania University, and he has more than 30 years of experience, and he has research publications, and there are around 7 to 8 students under him who are doing as a PhD, and one person has been awarded PhD, and he also worked as a principal in a PG Science College for a short while. So here you are going to now, I request Narendra sir to take over and just to give you a briefing on physics. Okay, girls. So after this, you are going to have a talk on soft skills by a very eminent personality. Stay tuned.
Yeah, good morning, students. Yeah, I am Professor Narendra Reddy, working in this college. I welcome you once again to this Stanley family, you all, on my behalf. Yeah, you have physics and chemistry, maths, English, all other subjects in your first year. Among those are all come under H&S, Humanities and Sciences. And I think this first year is going to be a bridge between your engineering and your intermediate. Okay, so that bridge will be something like how you are going to use your knowledge that you have acquired at intermediate level in your engineering. For that, we people have designed your syllabus in such a way that a transition will take place from your intermediate to engineering via your first year. So the syllabus designed in such a way that a gap between intermediate and engineering is bridged, right? So for one semester you will have physics, and in other semester, in second semester, you will have chemistry. Those who have in first semester chemistry and in second semester they have physics, right? So those who are going to have physics in the first semester, there are a number of 5 chapters and covering various advanced topics of physics, and we have designed the syllabus that you have not already gone through in your intermediate, and which are very useful to your BTech. BTech is engineering, and that engineering is actually based on your science what you have learned in your intermediate. Engineering itself that does not come directly. So it's a byproduct of science, byproduct of physics and chemistry. Basically, all your physics and chemistry knowledge will be used to build up your engineering products, right? So we have in our physics latest topics that are there. Mostly these topics are dealt by mostly based on material science and solid state physics and all that, and some quantum mechanics and all that is there, right? So in order to understand in depth of certain physics, you need to know some quantum mechanics basics also, right? So of course, I need not introduce you physics as such, because you have already learned so much of physics. But only thing is, certain of the topics that you have not learned, certain of the topics which are very important to your engineering are being taught here, right? So those topics, as I said, that mostly it is solid state physics, or you can say condensed matter physics, or you can say a material science. All of them a little bit different. All of them are deal with the same kind of material, topics, right? So why do we study actually physics? What is the use of physics? Physics will help you to understand many things that are around you. You will study the surroundings of you, and many things which are surrounding to you. All will be known by knowing physics. The motion of a body, or a material that is made by a body, the contents of the material, and all that you will learn by knowing the physics. So the physics not only helps to know the surroundings and all that, it also develops understanding, critical understanding, and how to critical thinking it will also make you to learn some problem solving techniques, and it will give you a lot of skills, actually, a lot of innovations, a lot of discoveries that have come from physics. Later on, they will be taken to develop the in engineering side. So first, anything which comes in physics, and which will be discovered or invented in physics, and later on it can be transported to engineering to produce in large scale, right? So without physics and without good physics and without good chemistry, you cannot become a good engineer. Mind it. So don't forget, physics is also an important thing. So you have to learn physics as important as other subjects that you are going to learn in your second year, third year, fourth year, etc. Right? So even in our very good universities like Stanford, Harvard, all universities, they also teach physics for engineering graduates, because they know importance of innovations, importance of the things. Many things that were innovated in outside of the India or in the Western world, because of they are very strong in physics, they are very strong in chemistry, they are very strong in biological studies. All innovations come in those sciences. After all, they will be transported, they will be sent to the engineering side in order to produce, in order to modify, in order to make the prototypes and all that. So you give as a very important this thing place in your mind, just as physics, right? So you have many things to learn in your physics. Of course, physics is nothing but engineer and scientist, both of them are go together in order to develop the society, in order to improve the society, the facilities of the society and all that. So you can say, one can say, engineer is also scientist. You can say him as an applied scientist. A pure physicist, a pure chemist can be a scientist, a pure scientist, and all that. But your engineers are called applied scientists, right? So for your engineering, basic sciences are also maths. Maths is also very father of your all engineering subjects. As strong as you must be strong enough to deal with any problem of engineering, problem of physics, and all that. You need to know a lot of mathematics. So without science, there is no much use of mathematics. When you mix science with mathematics, and you will get a good product, like engineering product and all that, right? So we have designed your syllabus in such a way that there will be 5 units in your physics. 5 units in your physics. All of them are very good topics and very useful topics for your engineering course. You have this basic knowledge, and you will get through your engineering very nicely. So out of these 5 units, I know, I think you know that the question, the marks division and all that, there will be 5 units, and this physics will be for 100 marks, and the total credits for this physics is 4, and there will be 70 marks for semester end examination. There will be 30 marks for continuous internal evaluation and all that. And so you will have 2 midtests and assignment, 2 assignments, 1 quiz test and all that. Apart from that, you also have labs. I think most of you might not have done practicals in your intermediate, but here we will insist, and you will have to do at least 10 practicals in a semester. Because I know many of your intermediate colleges don't conduct practical examinations. You will be all be after MSET, IJE, etc. You don't give time, and they don't make you to learn physics and practicals and all that. But here in engineering or science, any science or any engineering, without practicals, there is of now no use. So you need to do practicals. You need to have practical knowledge. 50% must be practicals. 50% of the knowledge must be practical knowledge. In Western world, they use 50% of their children make use laboratories, right? So we are more theoretical than lab oriented, right? So here we have labs. For 50 marks, you have a laboratory in which again 70-30, isn't it? 70-30 will be distributed, right? So likewise, you will have to write those exams and get those marks and get those credits, etc. And in your physics, we have 5 units, as I said. 5 units, mostly I told you that it is insisting on materials. Materials means solid state physics, right? How these materials are made up of, and what the materials properties are there, and what are the different properties of the materials, how these properties are useful in your engineering, and how can you mold these properties to get a useful device for the society, and all that you will know. Only then you know the basic fundamentals in basic sciences, right? So for which we have designed in such a way that there are 5 units, as I said, and 5 units. Among the 5 units, first unit is crystallography, and second unit is band theory of solids and semiconductors. Third unit is dialectics. In the second unit, you also have dielectric materials. In third unit, we have wave mechanics and electromagnetic theory. And in fourth unit, you have magnetic materials. In fifth unit, you have fourth unit. Again, you have another topic called superconductivity. In fifth unit, you have lasers. No, without lasers, you don't have any. In your nowadays, you go to any mall, any super bazaar, there will be a scanner. That scanner is because of physics. That scanner is based on lasers. Laser is made is from physics invention, right? Anywhere you go, anywhere nowadays you go, there will you see some physics part will be working there, right? So this fifth unit is lasers and fiber optics. You know, nowadays fiber optics became very popular, very popular. The communication has become manifold because of the invention of the fiber optics materials, right? Basically, when you see about materials matter you can be existing in three different states, as you all know: gaseous state, liquid state, solid state. Any other state? Is there any other state? Plasma state is also there, isn't it? Plasma state is also there. Of course, we do not deal with the liquids. We do not deal with the gases. We do not deal with plasma now. In maybe in future, you may, if you are interested, you may take up those things. But right now, in our syllabus, we only deal with solids, right? So these solids will be there, and these solids, when you talk about solids can be two different forms. One is crystalline solids, the other one is non-crystalline solids. Is it? So I think have you heard about crystalline, non-crystalline solids? The crystalline solids, in which actually solids, in the solids, what you have, all the atoms or molecules will be there. Even in liquids, you also have atoms, molecules, etc. Even gases also you have molecules, atoms, etc. Then what is the difference between liquids, gases, and solids? It is only the intermolecular distance. It is only the interatomic distances. If the molecules and atoms far apart in gases, thereby it is called gas. If the atoms and molecules are close enough in liquids and in solids, the atoms and molecules are very close to each other, very close to the interatomic distance is very, very close, of the order of some angstroms. Okay, 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters, isn't it? So because they are very close, it looks like solid. All of them are. So in some materials, these atoms, these molecules are arranged in a regular periodic arrangement. In three-dimensionally. Then it is called a crystalline solid. If those atoms in the solid, all the atoms are of the same type or can be a different type, but they should be arranged in a regular periodic manner in 3 dimensions. Then it is called crystalline solid. So there will be a long range order in crystalline solids. Long range arrangement, the systematic arrangement will go on up to infinite. When you talk in terms of distance between the two neighboring atoms is 1 angstrom or 1.5 angstrom, then it will be about 10 centimeters, 20 centimeters, too long distance for them. Is it not? Too long distance. So it is a monocrystal, you call it as. So that is called a kind of crystalline material wherein atoms or molecules are arranged in a periodic manner. In case of non-crystalline solids, the atoms are arranged in a random. The arrangement of atoms at random. They are arranged randomly. Thereby, you can say there is no regularity. There is no long range order. Very short range order, we can say. very short range atom that exists in non-crystalline solids, those are called non-crystalline solids. Those are called non-crystalline solids. These crystalline and non-crystalline solids are again classified into crystalline solids. Again in crystalline solids, you again can be differentiated like single crystals and polycrystalline material. Single crystals and polycrystal. In single crystal, it is a big monocrystal of the order of few centimeters if you have, and in the whole of that solid, all the atoms are arranged systematically in a regular patterns, and that kind of crystal we call it as a single crystal. In a small tiny crystals are arranged, aggregated together, then it is called a polycrystalline material. They are also small tiny crystals are put together, are arranged together, it is called polycrystalline material. And in non-crystalline solids again can also be called as amorphous materials. Non-crystalline solids are also called. So all these materials are useful in one way or the other. Single crystals are useful in some applications of your engineering. Polycrystalline materials are also much useful in your applications in many materials. And amorphous materials. So you see all glasses window glasses, all other glasses you see in your homes and your laboratories, etc. All those are amorphous materials, glassy materials, right? So in them also, it is also solid, it is transparent, and all that, all these transparent materials that you see, glasses, etc., all of them are amorphous material. Though the atoms are arranged irregular, but still they are very good. They have good applications and all that. And sorry for this thing. There are many things to learn here, and you have other topics. In this topic itself, you have crystal defects. These crystal defects, again, pure crystal is of not much useful. Pure crystal is also useful, but it's not of much useful. But when it is added with some impurities, then it will be very much useful. For example, if you want a colored glass, you need to use some addition, what is called is doping, addition of small quantity in a material, some other material, host material, then it is called doping. So when you dope it, the optical properties of that glass will change. That means it looks colored. Depending upon what you have doped in a thing, in a particular host material, different colors you get, different colors of glasses you get. So the color of the crystal will depend upon what material that you have doped into another material. Okay, so you get lot of such things in your physics, and sorry, we may have to. A band theory of solids, band theory of solids is what? Where materials can be distinguished from the point of view of their resistivity. We used to, in your intermediate level, you can say. If you have some high resistance, they are insulators. If you have less resistance, they are intermediate resistance materials. They are very low resistance, they are called metals, good conductors. But now, as you have grown up, the materials can be distinguished by using band theory of solids. So there can be bands between the conduction and valence bands, etc. That all you know. So how you can distinguish the materials based on band theory of solids. Band theory is a very good theory. How these bands are formed in a material, very good theory. Basically, this band theory is very much useful from the point of view of their conductivity. Whether it's a good conductor, bad conductor, intermediate conductor, depends on how much is the band gap between the conducting band and valence band. And what is valence band, what is conduction band, again it's a story, right? So all those you will learn, all those interesting topics that you will learn in your first year engineering. And semiconductors, basically your electronics, your electrical people and electronics people, all you are going to deal with many semiconductors, integrated circuits, whatnot. You even computer people, you deal with ICs and etc., computers, etc. What are computers? Computers based on you are used many integrated circuits. Integrators, where from those integrated circuits have come? Yeah, they are nothing but semiconductors. Where from these semiconductors have come? They are made up of diodes, transistors, etc. In a single IC, you will have some lakhs of transistors. Lakhs of transistors. In a single IC, you will have lakhs of transistors, thousands of resistors, and thousands of diodes. All those, where from they have come? They have come from the physics. They have come from the invention. Transistor, the invention has come from physics. They have got Nobel Prize. Barty in what are their names? I forgot those names. But those have invented transistor. Once they got invented the semiconductor transistor, and a lot of improvement has come. Integrated circuits have come, and large-scale integrations, very large-scale integrated circuits have come, and those integrated chips have been used in your computer, in your all microprocessors, etc., and so many things are there. Very, very, very useful things. Very, very useful things that are there to learn in your physics. Okay, right? We'll meet in our college once again. Right? This is my time slot. It's over. Okay. Goodbye. Is that all right?
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightened words about physics in daily life and the role of physics in engineering field. And he also emphasized the concepts which are present in your curriculum and syllabus. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Narendra Reddy, sir. Now, I invite Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Ms. Chandrika Madam. Please introduce about today's chief speaker. Today's chief speaker is Shri Shrikant Sriram Garu. He will explain about the career planning. Now, Ms. Chandrika will introduce about today's chief speaker.
Thank you so much, sir. So I have the privilege of introducing today's speaker, Mr. Shrikant Sriram, who is an entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and a mentor. Sir has experience on soft skills training. He has trained more than 1 lakh adults on interview skills, jam sessions, resume preparation, group discussions. Sir has coherent experience in handling communication skills, voice and accent, presentation skills, building skills, leadership skills, and so on and so forth. Sir is also capable of designing the course curriculum and syllabus, gather and assemble content into logical and progressive course units. Sir has experienced at coordinating in managing orientational sessions and arrange on-the-job training for new hires. Sir has visited many colleges, 100 plus colleges in fact, as an entrepreneur or a motivational speaker like Geetam Vizag, OU Hyderabad, MGIT Hyderabad, and so on and so forth. Sir has esteemed clients in corporate sector like Capgemini, Cambridge Technology Enterprises, Pioneer Labs, and so on. Now I invite Mr. Shrikant Sriram to come upon and please address our students.
So good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the college management, Stanley Women's College Management, for providing me this wonderful opportunity. And I also would like to thank this team who has been coordinating this session for all the first years, because this is something very, very new for all of us. For the past couple of years, I've been doing this induction program physically. In the sense, I used to go to college campus and students used to come. They used to have 3 to 4 days of induction program where physically I used to visit the students. We used to gather them in a seminar hall and we used to conduct this program. Probably for the first time that we are doing this YouTube live, and I don't know whether I have to thank pandemic, COVID, or I don't know whom we have to thank, but today we are in the situation that I am facing you live. So I would like to talk about myself in brief. I'm basically born and brought up in Chennai, and I did my education there. And I pursued my master's in business administration in the stream of HR. Then I got a job there. I started working as a HR. Then I got a wonderful opportunity in Hyderabad, and I shifted to Hyderabad. And while I was working as a HR, my routine, every day's routine was like calling candidates inside, conducting interview, and selecting them based on their performances. And some people were not performing well, so I used to reject them. So while doing so, they used to, informally ask me, "Sir, could you please give us feedback for improvement?" And I started giving them feedback for improvement. I was telling them where did they go wrong, what are the areas they have to develop. While I was doing this, I finally understood that my true potential is training, not HR. So I just decided that I should quit job and I should get into training. And that's when I started training in the year 2006. And I'm still continuing till 2020. And I'm sure that I'm going to continue more. Okay. So that's about myself in a nutshell. And today's program, as you all know, they have given me a responsibility of talking about career planning. Okay. So I hope you all guys would have completed your 12th and you would have joined this college with a lot of hopes, a lot of desires, a lot of ambitions, and your parents also back there who have invested a lot of expenditure into this whatever 4-year program, and they must be expecting that the children should really do well in their 4 years of undergraduation and try to prove something in the society. At the end of the day, it is like, you have to stand on your own legs and you have to be independent. And being a woman, as you all know that these days women are everywhere, women can do anything, so obviously you can stand on your own legs and you can become very independent, and subsequently you're going to have great self-respect in the society, not just in the society, in your family as well. Okay, so that is the reason career planning is very important. Okay, when you look at what is my ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is to stand on my legs and have self-respect for myself, from the family, and as well as the society. For that, your career planning is really important. Okay, so to start with career planning, I would like to actually use a PPT, and they are trying to connect it. So before that, I'll just tell you some of my experiences in the old colleges. I've been to many colleges. The ma'am who has introduced me, she would have read a lot of colleges. So I would like to quote one anecdote from one of the colleges. Like, I had been to a college 2 or 3 years before, not 2 or 3 years before, like 5 years before, to a college called Pulla Reddy College, which is in Kurnool. And I did this induction program physically, as I said. While I was doing it, there was a mechanical graduate student. I mean, he's just joined first year. And as a part of the session, I just asked him, like, what do you want to do next after BTech? A lot of people were throwing, I want to do this, I want to do that. But this guy's ambition was very high. He said, I want to clear CAT exam, and I want to get admitted in any of the IIMs for pursuing my MBA. And subsequently, I want to come out successful with an MBA graduate from one of the most prestigious institutions of our country. And he wanted to get a job through that IIM. You believe me or not, when he said this, people laughed. In fact, some people didn't even know what is IIM. Some people didn't even know this guy has joined BTech first year. Why is he thinking of MBA now? And some people were thinking, like, what is he talking about? And some people were like, how can a mechanical graduate can clear IIM CAT exam and also IIM? So what exactly happened was, he finished his BTech and he started preparing for CAT in 3rd year. And fortunately, he got 99 percentile in CAT exam, All India CAT exam, which happens yearly once. And he was invited by IIM Ahmedabad for an MBA graduate program. And there was a group discussion and a personal interview. And he subsequently cleared group discussion and personal interview. and he cracked that admission. He got into MBA and is currently doing his second year MBA. And as a part of second year MBA, they have a program called internship program, job internship program. And there is a bank called Deutsche Bank, which is very famous in Europe. Okay, and they have inducted him as an intern. And I was really surprised when he told me that I have got an internship offer and they are paying me close to 65,000 per month only for being an intern. And if he really performs well for the next 3 or 4 months in that internship program, they're going to absorb him in this company full time, and probably they'll pay him more than 20-25 lakhs package also. And most of the friends who were present on the first day of induction, when he said that I want to crack CAT, I want to do my MBA from one of the IIMs, these people laughed. They got some placements in some colleges, some companies with 3 lakhs package. And now he's in second year, started earning 65,000 per month. And I'm sure if he clears it, he's going to get 20 or 25 lakhs package. Now, where is 3 lakhs and where is 25 lakhs? So here the question is not about luck. The question is not about how great that boy is. The question is not about a lot of family support he would have received. No, the question is about a person's clear vision, which starts very early in his life. So if you want to go a long way and succeed, and if you want to have self-respect, and if you want to stand on your own legs, be independent in the society, then you need to have a clear vision, which should start very early, right from probably day one. If you have a clear vision. When I say clear vision, what is clear vision? The definition is simple. You sleep, you get up, the vision is the same. You go to a movie, come back, the vision is the same. You go and meet your friends, you have a blasting discussion for 2 to 3 hours. People come and tell so many things, come back, still your vision is the same. That is called clear vision. If your vision is not influenced by anybody, and if you get up every day with a motivational factor from inside that, okay, this is my vision and this is what I'm going to achieve in life, and this is what I've been born in this world. So if your vision is so clear, it is going to be easy for you because you are almost there. 90% of the job is done. Okay, so that is the anecdote from one of the college experiences I have. I have many. I'll explain you whenever we have the session going on. Okay, so let's have this PPT now. Perfect. So today's program is about fresher career planning, and this is for Stanley Women's College as a part of induction program for 2020 first year admits. I should have named it as Corona first year admits, but that doesn't make sense. It means that everyone has Corona. So Corona batch, I should say. You'll thickly remember this Corona batch after a couple of years when you talk with friends and all. When did you join engineering? At the time of Corona outbreak. Okay, so let us start our career planning. Now, coming to career prospects, there are 2 things. One is higher education, second is jobs. Yeah. One is higher education, one is jobs. And let me just tell you about higher education. So as you all know, some of you already know that these are the various categories, but I'm just trying to list out and giving you some more details into it. What you know is just MTech. You know there is something called MTech, but you're not sure how to go there. How should you approach? What is the level of competence, level of competition? So I'm just going to give you a little insight about each and every category in a nutshell. I'm not going to bore you. I'm not going to take it very long. Okay. So the first one is MTech. MTech is Masters in Technology. This is BTech. And after 4 years of BTech, you're going to do 2 years of MTech, which is Masters in Technology. And MTech can be done through 2 exams. You have to write either GATE exam, Graduate Aptitude Technical, entrance, which is for all the prestigious institutions of the country across.
Yes, they are asking that they want to clear GATE and all.
Yeah. So for say IIT, NIT, and don't forget there is a wonderful and beautiful college in Bangalore called IISc. Even that considers GATE rank. So first is GATE. Now, in case if you have not defined your vision early, and if your vision is not clear, and if you get deviated, and finally you are in a position where you get up sometime in the 4th year, and if you start thinking of GATE exam, it is going to be very tough. In case if you don't clear or if you don't get rank in GATE, then you have another exam called PG Set, which is for Telangana State Engineering Colleges. They will admit you for MTech. So these are the 2 ways you can actually do MTech. Next is MS program. Now for MS, you have many countries which are offering MS programs, but I'll tell you the very, very famous countries of the world. First country, preferred country by Indian citizens are US. Second is Canada. Okay, third is UK. Fourth is Australia. Fifth is New Zealand. So these are the countries where people predominantly go and pursue their MS program there. For that, US will expect you to write GRE. Other countries might not expect you to write GRE. They'll expect you to write IELTS or TOEFL or PTE. TOEFL is test of English as foreign language. IELTS Institute of English Language Testing Services, and PTE is Pearson's Test of English. So this is the full form of those things. Now, if you write GRE and if you get a good score, and followed by if you also write IELTS and if you get a good score, so you are eligible to apply for the universities in US. United States of America has 51 states, and each state will have many wonderful universities, and all those universities are categorized into A, B, C. So top universities like Harvard, California Institute of Technology, Massachusetts, these are all top universities. Then you have B graded and then C graded. So if you have a clear vision, if your vision is very early, if your mindset is very strong, if you prepare well right from the beginning, you'll be able to reach the top university. If you get deviated, if your vision is not clear, and if you wake up in 3rd year or 4th year, probably you will still make it. You will still make it, but at the end of the day, you will make it in B graded or C graded or normal universities. So I have been repeating this point right from the start that if you have an early vision, and if your vision is clear, and if your vision is not influenced by anybody at any cost, and if you have started working towards it right from the beginning, then you are going to achieve the graph is like this. If this is your destination, you're going to achieve the top layer of your destination. You can still see, even if you don't have a vision, even if your vision is not clear, even if your vision gets influenced and you keep changing, you keep getting deviated, still you're going to reach your destination, but you're going to reach somewhere in the bottom, but not in the top part of your destination. So it is really important to reach the top part of the destination, because that is where your outcome is really the best. So that is MTech. Second is MS. Now the third one is MBA. So anyone who feels that I'm a management guy, I love talking to people, I love to lead, I would like to be as a strategist, I would like to work as an entrepreneur, I would like to probably frame policies and devise a lot of plans, and I want people to actually follow my plans, then you should go for MBA. Okay, so for MBA, you have many examinations. In India, for all business schools, CAT is considered to be the most important exam. However, you also have some more exams like MAT, ZAT. Each and every business school has their own, exam. So, for example, NMIMS, which is North Sea Monji Institute of Management Sciences. Okay, like that. Symbiosis, XLRI, that is Tata Group XLRI. So you have different colleges and different B schools. They are called B schools, business schools. and they have their own exams. If you write CAT, then you're eligible for anything, any premier institution like IIM, and also business schools of other business schools of the country. So same concept. If you have defined your vision early, and if you have a clear vision, if you don't get influenced by anybody to your vision, if your vision is very clear, you're going to achieve the best. That is, you're going to write CAT, you're going to get more than 98 percentile in CAT, and you'll clear the group discussion, personal interview of maybe IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore. These are all top premier institutions of the country. Now, there is another exam which is present on the top, which is GMAT. GMAT is basically for US business schools, Graduate Management Aptitude Test. However, in India, it's okay to do MBA after BTech without any gap. But in US and other countries, they will always expect a graduate to work for at least 3 to 4 years and then come for MBA. So if you want to write GMAT and if you want to get admitted in any of the B schools in the US, then obviously you should have 2 to 3 years of work experience. Once you have 2 to 3 years of work experience, then GMAT score will help you and you will get admitted into any of the business schools in US or in any other country in the world. All right, so that's about career prospects for higher education category. I think it is very clear. In case you have any questions, we have. Oh, we already.
Sir, is second year correct time to start preparing?
Second year correct time to start preparing for GATE.
Or any.
Actually, as I said, your vision has to be early, I said. So when I say your vision has to be early, then your preparation should start from today. Okay, now, at the same time, I don't say that you have to slog, you have to toil. See, I'll tell you, I don't know how many people watch cricket matches. Let's say if there is an international match after 10 days, today the team will not toil very hard. They'll just come, they'll just play football, they'll just relax, they'll just warm up. The next day, the amount of efforts they put into practice is increased when compared to the first day. So today you are in the first day of this college. Now you got to know that your vision is GATE. You want to clear GATE. Now you have to start putting a roadmap from today itself. But you don't have to spend a lot of time today. But every day there should be some kind of consolidated efforts so that finally when you are in third year or when you are in fourth year, because you have done 3 years of hard work, you are almost there. It's just 2 or 3 days before GATE exam. If you just revise everything, I think you're going to crack GATE exam. Now, if you have this mentality that let me think of second year, let me think of third year, this attitude people have, especially in Telugu, they say, "Appudu chuskundam." We'll see that time. That attitude is not going to work. Okay. So I know that you have to balance. You have BTech subjects, you have assignments here, you have unit tests here. I'm sure that you'll be able to manage with whatever background you are from. You're basically from intermediate. And I'm sure that most of you from China, right? So, I mean, Sri Chaitanya and Narayana. So you would have, prepared yourself to actually, balance a lot of hard work as well as your personal life. Now, you know how to balance your work of your college. At the same time, if you could create some awareness about GATE, get to know what colleges are present, get to know what is the score, what is the rank, talk to people who have already cleared it, if they are in your family or outside family, and put a small, step every day towards it. So by the time you come to fourth year, if you are doing this, if you have been doing this for the past 3.5 years, it becomes very easy for you. It's a smooth transition from BTech to IIT. If you want a smooth transition.
So they want to do MTech abroad.
Okay.
So for that they have to clear GATE and also GRE?
No. There is no MTech abroad. There is only MS. Okay. MTech is called only in India. MS is almost like MTech. Okay. And if you want to do MS, you should only concentrate on GRE and TOEFL or IELTS or PT. These days, I mean, in the olden days, people used to take TOEFL. After some time, they felt like, okay, we'll do IELTS, and now they take PTE also.
So they want to do job and side by side they want to clear GATE. Is it possible?
You want to do job and you want to clear GATE. It is obviously possible. Why it is not possible? Everything is possible. See, if your vision is clear, if you don't get influenced, if you are a consistent person, you can do anything. You can do both. See, I am into training. I'm also running an organization. Apart from that, I'm also into creative field. So I do 3 to 4 roles every day. It is because I'm very clear what I want to do. Okay, so if you're very clear what we want to do, then you can do job and you can also crack GATE exam. There are so many people who have done it in the past. Forget about GATE exam. They have cleared civil services exams also. Civil services exams in India is considered to be the most competitive and toughest one to crack, because you have prelims, then followed by mains, then you have to attend an interview where a panel of retired IAS officers, IPS officers, they come and crack your brains, and then they say, okay, you are inducted into civil services. So people have done it. A lot of people who have been, studying, they have done it. People who have taken gap, they have done it. People who have been working simultaneously full-time 9 to 6, they have also done it. That is not a problem.
So DGCA exam after engineering.
DGCA exam. Could you please give me more insight into what is this DGCA? Yeah, you can go for it. You can go for it. Why can't you go for pilot? See, first of all, nothing is impossible. Second, being a woman, every sector people are there. In fact, you could see a lot of videos in Instagram. There is one Instagram video which is very, very successful, trending, where mother and daughter both have been pilots and they are running the same aircraft from one place in Europe to another place in US. So everything is possible. So you can go for DGCA. Happily, you can go for DGCA. Complete your BTech, go for DGCA, keep yourself fit, keep yourself analytically very strong, bring those driving skills. Perform really well in the preliminary exam of DGCA and become a pilot. If you become a pilot, your salaries are going to be more than 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs per annum. In fact, very easily as a fresher. So go for it.
So is any foreign language compulsory for studying?
Foreign language, it is not compulsion, but if you have a foreign language, it is going to really help you. So you can either choose. See, basically, people first go for French. You can go for French. And these days, what is happening is a lot of electronic companies are getting into India. So all the electronic companies come from Japan. So if you learn Japanese, you can become a translator. So you can, whatever you have started as a hobby, it is going to help you. So I'll tell you one thing. I can give you one small example here. There is a school called Padma Sheshadri Bala Vidya Bhavan School in Chennai, which is very, very famous. People die there to get admissions for their children. You know what they do? Apart from academics, they will teach them guitar, they'll teach them tabla, they'll teach them a lot of musical instruments. And you believe me or not, a lot of people who have studied in Padma Sheshadri school, when they grow up and when they have settled in their life well, apart from their academics or apart from their job, they also play guitar in some concerts and they make money. Now, sometimes if you learn French and if you learn Japanese, right now it may not give you any opportunities. But going forward in the future, in case if your regular job is at stake, if you have a problem with regular job, this is going to help you rather than sitting and just thinking about why God, why me. No, you have something alternative, you can go for it. All right?
Sir, there is one more question, sir. What type of books are advisable to crack GRE?
And GATE.
And GATE, sir.
Okay. What types of books? I will give you one website which is very good for GRE. That is called Magoosh. 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 Okay. Magoosh. OOSH. This is the most wonderful website for cracking GRE. Next.
That's also you can carry.
Yeah. So I'll answer all your questions. Don't worry. I could see the lot of questions from a lot of people. Great job, fantastic. So let's move on. We'll discuss more actually. So where is the next slide? Is there? Okay.
Yeah, they can.
They can see, right?
Yeah, they can.
No, it is still in that page.
It is lagging.
Oh, okay. So the next thing is jobs category, and you have 3 categories I have set up. One is public service units. So there are a lot of public service undertakings in India. I can give you examples in Hyderabad, because if I tell some name, you will not be able to recollect. I'll tell you some companies in Hyderabad. So in Kanchan Bagh, there is a company called DRDO and DRDL. So this is very famous public service undertaking. Then in Nacharam, you have NFC, Nuclear Fuel Complex. And in Lingampalli, you have something called BHEL, which stands for Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. Like that, there are a lot of public service undertakings. In fact, some of you are not aware that DRDO and DRDL, they manufacture a lot of ammunitions. Nuclear Fuel Complex manufactures the fuel for the rockets which are launched in ISRO. See the connection. And ISRO is in near Nellore, Sriharikota. And ISRO launches rockets. For that rockets, you need fuel from Nuclear Fuel Complex. For Nuclear Fuel Complex, you need the chemical formula from atomic research centers in Bombay and Kalpakkam, which is Tamil Nadu. Okay, so there is a connection. So you have this BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, which is in Bombay as well as Kalpakkam. Okay, there you can get jobs. The starting salaries are more than 80,000 and 90,000. It's a permanent job. They give you quarters. They give you, for kids, they have Kendriya Vidyalaya in their own community. They have stationery. They have all facilities, and you're going to have a rock solid life without any personal, financial issues and all once you get into such, companies. So for such companies, what they do is they generally look for gate rank. So if you have gate rank, then they'll invite you. You have to attend an interview, and once you clear that interview, you will get a job. So that is what is called public service units. So if you are preparing for gate from today, let's say, worst case, if you don't crack admission in IITs, you have this standby where you can get a job in public service units. Let's assume that you have prepared really well and you have followed a very, very strict, stringent regimen to entire 4 years, and finally you cracked gate with a very good rank, less than say 1,000. You have admission in any of the IITs, and also you're going to have a job opportunity invitation from public service units. Just imagine if you could be in that situation. It is going to be really, really beautiful and wonderful for you. Okay, next is core companies. Now coming to core companies, I'm talking about for computer science, all these software development companies. For electronics, you have embedded system and VLSI, which is very famous. For electrical also, you can go for state government electrical jobs, and there are also private companies in India which offer jobs for freshers, and civil, mechanical, and support. Now, I don't think so we have civil and mechanical, right?
Yes.
So we only have software, electronics, and electrical. Now, I have to tell you, software companies are big in numbers, and software companies hire more people. They hire electronics people, they hire electrical people, because software companies deliver applications for all the domains. They do it for banking, they do it for airlines, they do applications for education, they do applications for electrical energies, they do application for supply chain, they do application for infrastructure. So software applications by a company like Infosys or Wipro, because I'm taking Infosys, Wipro, because you all must be knowing the brand of Infosys and Wipro. They do applications for all the domains. So that's the reason they hire not just computer science graduate, even electronics graduate, even electrical graduate. I'm telling you, in software companies, there are once again 2 categories. I want you all to be very, very, focused what I'm telling you now. See, in software companies, there are 2 categories. One is product-based, one is service-based. Now, when I say product-based, these organizations, which are called product-based, they develop their own softwares and they sell it. They don't do softwares for others. They don't create applications. They don't develop applications for others. They develop their own application and they will sell it to the clients. I can give you some examples. One is Facebook, Microsoft, Oracle, even Amazon, then a lot of companies. These are all product-based companies. They have, see, Amazon has their own product. You have Amazon.com, you have AWS. Microsoft is their own product. See, you have all Microsoft products, what we use in right from operating system to Office to, we use a lot of products. So these companies generally hire freshers, and can anybody guess how much will they pay for a fresher? These product-based companies. Can anybody give me an answer, like what would be the pay per annum? Any guesses? What do they pay? Yeah, Flipkart is also, somebody said Flipkart. Exactly, Flipkart is also Oyo. Oyo is also a product-based company. Uber is a product-based company. Ola is a product-based company. Anybody? Tell me the package. What do they offer? 45,000. 3 to 4 lakhs somebody. No. They might give you anywhere close to 15 lakhs to even 1 crore 20 lakhs per annum. Facebook, Google, Microsoft, they hire sometimes from IITs of India, and they hire for 1 crore 20 lakhs. You just Google and ask what is the average package by product-based companies like Microsoft, Google. You'll get a website called Glassdoor, glassdoor.co.in. If you go into that website, you will get clear details. They offer great package. Somebody said 17,000. Girl, you're killing me. 17,000. You're killing me. No, not 17,000. You will be offered a lot of package. Okay. Now, coming to service-based companies. Service-based companies like Accenture, Infosys. Now, Infosys also has product, but they are predominantly service-based companies. Now, what is the difference between product-based and service-based? Service-based companies, they accept requirements from various people. They develop an application and they deploy that application to that organization. It could be any domain, right? And they will offer you somewhere around 4 lakhs to 6 lakhs package. Whereas a product-based company like Google, for example, if you get a job in Google as a developer, your starting package will go more than 15 lakhs. Okay, now I'll just tell you how to crack product-based companies. Whether you are electrical or you are electronics or your computer science, you just have to have one subject knowledge, only one subject knowledge. If you have strong knowledge of that subject, you're going to crack product-based company. Now, suddenly people will think that, sir, I'm from electrical. How can I get into product-based company? You know Facebook? Who started Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. He did his triple. I mean electrical. He's from electrical. Infosys Narayan Murthy, his background is electrical. So there is nothing, connecting what your branch is and whether you will get a job in IT jobs or not. So if you are very strong in that subject, there is only one subject where product-based companies really focus on. For a service-based company, you should have little aptitude knowledge. You should have strong communication skills. If you have if you are a jack of all trade, if you know something in C language, if you know something in C++, if you know something in Java, you are done. You can get a job in a service-based company. For a product-based company, you have to be a master of only one subject. And that subject, any guesses before I tell you? Any guesses? Coding, programming, Python, no.
Computer languages.
Computer language. As I said, if you want a job in a service-based company, computer languages are fine. But if you want a job in a product-based, if you want a job in Google, Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, Flipkart,
Coding, Python.
there is one subject that which you have to be strong at?
Java.
Java, no.
Speaking.
Huh?
Speaking.
Speaking, no way.
HTML.
HTML, no. Programming languages,
Web
coding,
development.
web development, C++, CSS, communication skills. No, I mean, communication skills are important, but that is not the foundation. SAP, Java. Okay, I think you have gone through a lot of Amirpet Institute vouchers, and you're just typing everything. Okay, I'll tell you. You'll be really surprised. I'm just thinking if somebody could business knowledge. Yeah. Who is that? Ruhi.
Sir, Amina.
No. Ruhi. No, who said data structures and algorithms? Ruhi Habiba, you're right. It is data structures and algorithms. You're absolutely right. Clap for yourself. Very good job. So, friends, it is data structures and algorithms. Okay, this is something, the most important aspect one should have. If you have a strong knowledge of data structures, I'm sure that you'll get a job in any of these product-based companies with a package of 16 lakhs to 20 lakhs. So what is the point here? The point here is, if you want a job in Microsoft or Google, start working on your data structures knowledge right from today. So understand what is data structure, what is data structure in C, what is data structure in Java, what is data structure in other languages. Every language will have data structure, whether it is Python, whether it is C, whether it is Java, whether it is PHP, any programming language you take. Okay, data structure is there for every programming language. I'm sorry. So you have to work on data structure and algorithm. If you are very strong of one, for example, if you are very strong in data structure and algorithm in C language, then obviously you can easily migrate to Java, migrate to PHP, migrate to Python, migrate to Ruby on Rails, migrate to any programming language actually. So once you are strong, I'm sure you're going to grab product-based jobs with more than 15 lakhs package. Right now they're paying 15 lakhs. You guys are in 2020 first years. By the time you clear 2024, I think your packages will be more than 25 lakhs and 30 lakhs per annum straight away, with only one subject knowledge, that is data structure and algorithms. All right. So that's about core companies. Now coming to BPO. Now there is another sector called BPO, which is business process outsourcing. Now, if you ask me what is a BPO, for example, if there is a manufacturing company in US, that manufacturing company is manufacturing vehicles, automobiles. Okay. Let's say they are manufacturing four-wheelers. Okay. Why example? Let's talk about Ford Motors. Ford Motors is an American automobile manufacturing company which manufactures Ford vehicles, four-wheelers. All right. Now, what happens is, if they want to operate that business in US, they have to have a manufacturing plant. They want employees to come to that plant. They want design to happen, and they want implementation to happen. They want machinery to actually manufacture various accessories of various parts of the automobile, and finally assemble them to make it a four-wheeler, right? This manufacturing plant cannot be done from India. It should be there in US only. Whereas paying salaries to all the employees, taking after the US taxation of all these employees, these are all paperwork. And now, because we have softwares, I can do it from Zimbabwe, I can do it from New Zealand, I can do it from Australia. I don't have to be in US, I don't have to be present in Ford Motors organization. So one part of business is being processed somewhere else, and it is being outsourced back to the country. That is called BPO. So business process outsourcing means a part of business. See, in business, there are two categories. One is a business where you need the operation there itself, where in whichever country you started, you initiated that business. the operation has to be there because it cannot be moved anywhere. But there is other part of business which can be moved somewhere. And in 96, 97, US was thinking which is the best country. How can I process the business outside the country because my overhead cost is going up. I'm paying a lot of salaries to my employees. Which country should I find? They were thinking of Philippines. They were thinking of Indonesia. They were thinking of Malaysia. But then they realized the fact that India is the second largest country in the world after US, where English is largely spoken. And beautifully, the time zone also sets wonderfully, where in most of the states in US, if in India it is 10 o'clock in the morning, it is 10 o'clock at night. So they prepared the mindset of Indian people that please work in the night, at night, and take rest whole day so that your health will not have an impact. So that's how all these call centers, all these BPO companies started venturing into our country, and now it has blossomed. We have lots of BPOs and a lot of call centers. Okay. Now, I don't say, I'm not degrading BPO, I'm not degrading call center here, but for a BTech graduate in first year, thinking of joining a BPO is not the right decision, because you are a BTech graduate, you have computer science background, you should think of something very high. So obviously you should aim for product-based company. So if you're very passionate about computer science, aim for product-based company. If you're not passionate about computer science, but you have a zeal that I want to have a respectable position in this world, then aim for GATE exam, clear GATE exam, get into any of these public service jobs. Or you can also, you say that, okay, I'm passionate, but at the same time, I want to study more. Especially, I want to go to other country. I want to travel. I'm a kind of person who likes to travel, explore new places. Then you can go for US for MS, do MS there, find an elective which is suitable for your background, and then come out and start working in US. Okay, so you have multiple options, right? So that's about jobs category.
So that actually is GATE compulsory for product-based companies?
No. GATE is different. Product-based company is different. For product-based company, you just have to be strong at data structures and algorithms. And then there is a small hassle here. Product-based companies like Microsoft, Google, they do not look up to colleges apart from premium institutions like IITs. So what you need to do is, see, when there is an opening somewhere, they are not calling you. What is the best way? You have to shout out, and you have to let them know that you are someone. So for this, there is an application which I'll tell you. You all have to sign up, activate, and be as busy as possible. And that application is called LinkedIn. It's a very nice application where you can network with lots of employees across the globe. And obviously, Microsoft employees are there, Microsoft HRs are there, Google's employees are there, Google's HRs are there. You'll get to know many things about the company. So there is a website called LinkedIn. You also have a mobile app, both into Android as well as iOS. You can download it, you can sign up, and you can have a nice bio, and you can read all the articles of people. You can also write articles. You can also follow these companies. So the name is LinkedIn. LinkedIn.com.
How can we become an entrepreneur?
How can I become an entrepreneur? See, if you already have family business, obviously, by the virtue of it, you become an entrepreneur. If you don't have a family business, then you have to think of problems of people. Just look at what are the problems people are facing and see what is the available solution. If that problem has a solution, but that solution is a very costly affair, or that solution is very complex, either if it is complex or if it is costly, then you come up with a solution which is very simple, which is very affordable. Then you become an entrepreneur. As simple as that.
So what are type of the jobs for artificial intelligence?
There are a lot of jobs in artificial intelligence. the world is moving towards artificial intelligence. As I think it has created, a lot of impression. A lot of people think that artificial intelligence and machine learning is only, limited to healthcare, but not so. See, even in e-commerce sites, even in banking sites, in all, for example, a couple of years back, if you had any problem with your bank account, you used to call them, customer care. Someone used to pick up the call and they used to talk. Now there is nobody who is talking. They'll just ask you questions. You'll answer. You will tell your problem, and immediately the problem is solved. Now this is done by artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is taking care of many things in every sector of this world. So there is going to be a huge, requirement for people with artificial intelligence development, as well as Python. Artificial intelligence and Python go hand in hand. They're like husband and wife. They go hand in hand. All right. But do not forget data structures and algorithms. Any questions? That's it.
Through GATE, can we get government jobs?
Obviously, PSU, public service units, are central government jobs. You'll get central government pay scales. All right. So PSU is public service undertaking. When I say public, what are banks? Banks are nationalized banks. I mean, I'm talking about SBI, Canara, Vijaya, Central Bank. These are all public service banks, they say, undertakings. So obviously, they are central government jobs. Okay.
Job opportunities for IT, information technology.
Yeah, I told you product-based, service-based. That is IT.
And also for ECE.
Yeah, ECE, I told you embedded system. Please remember embedded system. If you want to get a job in core company, then you have to be very strong in embedded system. And I had one of my students who did his BTech ECE from one of the Malla Reddy colleges. He finished 4 years of ECE, and he prepared really well on embedded system, and is now, I think he's a 2017 passed out. He has a job in Qualcomm. There is a company called Qualcomm, which is a core company for electronics, and is drawing 18 lakhs package. His friends who got into IT without getting into core company, they are now drawing only 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs. So sometimes core companies will offer you more than IT companies. However, core companies are little stringent. They'll not accept each and everyone. They'll find the best. So you have to be very strong in embedded system knowledge and VLSI. But VLSI is secondary, embedded system is primary. There are three, in fact. One is embedded system, second is VLSI, third is wireless communication. But I will tell you the order in which has more job opportunities. First is embedded system, second is VLSI, third is wireless communication.
CME. Computer engineering.
Computer engineering. Yeah, IT only. Same. So for computer science, for IT, for anything, IT. IT has two categories. One is product-based, one is service-based.
Sir, is getting a seat in MIT Boston for MS possible?
It is possible if you set your mindset today. It is not possible if you wake up on third year or fourth year and if you think of. It is not like, I think you all would have seen Bahubali Part 1, where Prabhas tries to trek on the big mammoth mountain again and again, and finally he reaches that place, right? So he did not reach that place in the first attempt. He tried a lot, many times. In fact, when he was a small kid, he started trying. So if you have a clear vision right from the beginning, MIT Boston is possible. CIT California is possible, Harvard is possible, Stanford is possible, nothing is impossible. But having said that, you need to have a vision now that should be clear and that should not get influenced by anybody and anything, and you should have a persistent efforts till you get it.
What is the future for this data analyst?
There is a great future for data analyst. Every company needs a lot of data analysis to be done, because they want to have customers, they want to know the trend of customers, they want to know what customers would like to buy in this month, this day. So the data analysis is a huge role in today's market. So there's going to be a great. So first is product based. So for all computer science, passionate students. First is data structure, prepare data structure. Then if possible, learn data science or artificial intelligence. And the third one is, not with the help of data structure, you will get a job in product-based companies. Apart from data structure, if you still have that urge or thirst, or you want to thrive, you want to be more than what you are, then go for artificial intelligence or data science.
So can clearing CAT, can we go to abroad?
Clearing CAT, can we go to abroad? I don't think so. Because if you want to go to abroad, as I told you, I mentioned you, in most of the countries, MBA degree is, the admission is given to that candidate who has 2 to 3 years of work experience. So CAT you can clear in the fourth year of BTech. But if you clear CAT, I don't think the business schools in other countries will accept. They might ask you to work for 2 to 3 years, and they might ask you to clear GMAT exam.
They're asking you to visit the college when they're here.
Oh my goodness. Sure, I will. I hope that you guys physically come one day, and I'll be very happy to meet you.
There is one more question. Which one is better to choose first, MBA or
MS?
MBA or MS? See, if you ask me personally, I cannot give you a generic answer. I'll give you 2 to 3 variations. If you don't have any responsibilities at home where people are depending on you financially to come and help them, you have a very financially solid family which is ready to support you, then you don't have to work. But in case if the family situation is not so great to sponsor a lot of money for MS, then you have to work for 2 to 3 years and gather that, accumulate that whatever sponsorship you need, and then go for MS. So this is one way what I could look at. Now, if you ask me which is better, MS or MBA, MBA can be done anytime, but MS you have to do after BTech. You cannot do MS later part. So first do MS, then MBA. But if you want to purely get into management, don't do MS. If you say, I'm a management guy, I love to frame policies, I want to lead, I want to explore, then go for MBA. If you say, I'm passionate in technical skills, I want to upgrade more, then go for MS. So MS is for technical people, MBA is for management people.
So can ECE students go for a product-based company?
Why not? That is what is the beginning. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook is a product-based company. He did his education in Stanford, Harvard, in fact. And his graduation was electrical. He was an electrical graduate, and then he found Facebook and he started this company. So they are not going to stop you because you are electrical. You just need to show them the knowledge of data structures. So LinkedIn, don't forget. LinkedIn, activate it, download it, and sign up and start using LinkedIn every day or probably weekly once or twice. Okay.
It's strictly linked with data science.
Why not? See, there is no restriction, even triply. See, I'll tell you what is important for data science and artificial intelligence. Simple. Mathematics, statistics. If you have mathematics knowledge, if you have statistics knowledge, you are good for artificial intelligence, you're good for data science. Whether you are triply, civil, mechanical, secondary. How is your mathematical ability? How are your calculations? How are your logical inferences in your mind when you see a problem? And your statistical. When you have different data sets, how will you collate them and how will you get different results? So statistics, if you're good at statistics, if you're good at mathematics, then you can have data science, you can have artificial intelligence. All right, let's move on. So this is just an insight of GATE. Okay. See, overall in India, there are like 12 to 13 IITs, some 15 to 16 NITs, one ISC. So all put together are only 10,000 seats. This is just statistics. Just now I told statistics. Now we are into statistical analysis. There are only 10,000 seats across the country. But you know how many people take it? 9 lakhs plus people take it. And interestingly, in this 9 lakhs, you have First timers 7.5 lakhs. Second timers 1.5 lakh. Third timers 75,000 or 1 lakh. Fourth or fifth timers who are like, they're like belching. I want to crack GATE exam. It's been 3 years that God has not given me an opportunity. I want to crack. They are like, I should say they're like movie stars roaring like a lion to get into, dash into the IIT gates, and they want to get inside. So even they will take. So the competition is brutal. I should say brutal. And the qualification rate is 15%. 9 lakhs, 15% is 1,35,000. So only 1,35,000 people clear every year. Only 10,000 seats. So, and then because it is a central government, you also have reservation system. Now, I'm not going to talk anything about reservation here because my agenda is different. So obviously you will have reservation in the 10,000 seats also, right? So that's the inside of GATE exam. Next. Okay. An insight about MS program. As I said, the above are the countries where people prefer to go travel. One is USA. USA stands as the most preferable country, okay, because the racism is less. A lot of people are there in US, and US obviously is very, very, cozy for wonderful landscapes, buildings. So people are really attracted to the country. So USA, Canada, Germany, Australia, New Zealand. These are the countries where people generally prefer. I think one country is missing there, that is England. I mean UK, I should say. I should say the group of countries UK, where you have England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all these countries mixed together, we call them United Kingdom. So United Kingdom also is a place where people prefer. Okay. So annual test takers every year in India is 1,10,000, and it is increasing 20% every year. But unfortunately, this year there is a decrease because of the visa issues. Last year and this year, there is a huge impact on people traveling due to Trump's visa stringent policies as well as pandemic. Okay. 70% of students settle with normal universities upon conditional visa grant. As I said, in US also, there are different categories of universities. 70% of students, they go to C grade and B grade. I should say C grade only. B grade is also very less. A grade, very less people. Why? Can somebody answer why? Why 70% of people settle down with normal universities? Why don't they get admission in top universities? I have told many times the answer and reason. If you could summarize, I'll be very happy. I'll feel that, okay, you are with me. We both are on the same page. So can someone tell me why 70% of people from 1,10,000, they settle down with normal universities admission? Why not top universities? Okay. Oh.
I think cleanliness is also the issue that people.
Which issue?
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Very clean and.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Same Indian people in India, they don't clean, but when they go to US, they clean.
Clear vision.
Correct. Clear vision.
Great realization of the goals.
Yes. That the gang which says that third year lo jusko naam, fourth year mein dekh lenge. This gang will obviously, finally go to B grade and C grade. Okay. The next statement says that 30% of students secure admission in top universities and fee waiver and assistantship permit. Now look at this point very carefully. 30% of students secure admissions, not only admissions in top state universities, they also get fee waiver. These top universities will love to have you if you're a very strong candidate. So they waive off some fee. Something like if your fee is $16,000, they waive off 20%. Just imagine 16,000, 20%, they waive off. They say you don't have to pay. Plus, they'll give you a job in the campus under assistant. This is called assistantship permit. And this job, you will earn something like $2,500 per month. So with this money, you can take care of your expenses. And if you save, you can also pay money for the next semester. So there are a lot of advantages joining top universities in US. All right, next slide. So an insight about CAT exam, we have a lot of IIMs and we have B schools. Now annual test takers for the CAT exam is 1,70,000 people in India. And you have to write CAT exam. You have to get more than 97 percentile or 98%, like to be precise. And then you'll have GDPI. One is group discussion, then is personal interview. So you have to go there, you have to attend a group discussion, and you have to attend a personal interview. Now I have a point to tell you. For MBA, for MS, if you're writing GRE, all BTech graduates will write GRE. If you're writing GATE, all BTech graduates write GATE. Am I right? But for CAT, it is not just BTech graduates, it is BCom graduates, it's journalism candidates, mass communication, a lot of other degree students, even a pharmacy candidate will write CAT exam. So it's a diverse group of people. So when you attend group discussion, you'll not have the same BTech background people sitting in front of you, 10 or 12 people. You'll have someone from mass communication, you'll have someone from journalism, you'll have someone from pharmacy, you'll have someone from some other background. And interestingly, some people might be working employees also. You might be a fresher who is just finished BTech, but some people will have 3 years of experience, 4 years of experience. So the competition is really, really brutal, and you have to press the throttle and you have to really be very strong in your communication skills. You should have a lot of knowledge about what is happening around the world. So only then you'll be able to crack this exam and get admission in B school. So total seats in all 13 IIMs, 3,300. In all other business schools, hardly another 4,000 to 5,000 seats. So 7,000 to 8,000 seats are there in India, but 1,70,000 people take CAT exam. So just understand how difficult it is. Okay, I'll just go very quick at this. So an insight about job, companies like Infosys, Wipro, Microsoft, others. So the annual job seekers in India are more than 15 lakhs. In fact, to be precise, I should say 25 lakhs, somewhere around 25 lakhs. And interestingly, this includes IIT, BITS Pilani, NIT, universities like Punjab Lovely University, Vignan University, a lot of university, Geetam University, those students are also included here. And selection for jobs in most of the companies are based on aptitude test, Versant round. Versant is about English language skills, LSRW, then coding, then tech, then HR. So you'll have different rounds, and most of the IT companies, they have this coding test. In the coding test, they'll give you a program, they'll ask you to write, execute the code, and find some drawback or flaw, or you have to finally debug it. Okay, and the jobs available in the market every year, it is around 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs. And when I say 2 lakhs jobs are available, then count how many IITs are there, how many NITs are there, how many people will look into this share of job, and how many universities are there, and how many top colleges in every state. In every state, there are some top colleges where all 300, 400, 300, 400, they get jobs in all these companies. So the competition is not very, very brutal, but yes, it is also difficult. So until or unless you have a vision right from first year, it is not going to be a smooth transition into a job. Next slide. Now, having said or having discussed and having statistically analyzed all the difficulties into various verticals, like we first touched upon GATE, then we did immerse into MS, then we also had a small discussion about the job process. Having done all the discussions, and finally the point comes here to how do I approach? How do I approach now? Yeah. So they are able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I approach now? So first thing, this is the most important part of our complete, session. So I want everyone to glue into I'm not going to give you any break like how Arnab Goswami gives. It is directly into this, slide. It is very important. So I want you to focus hard. So the first thing is create a vision. So you have to set up a vision. And I'm telling you, you might have heard of Bill Gates. You might have heard of, Jeff Bezos. You might have heard of great people in this world. All great people have one common thing, and that is they have a very clear vision which they would have created very early in their lives. You always remember this. If you want to become a great person, if you want to build up a great brand for yourself, then your vision has to be created, and it has to be created very early. Even I wouldn't say that some people would have created vision when they were very small kids, but I would say something between 8th grade to 12th grade. This is the right time to actually decide what should I become after life. Because once you lose 4 or 5 years after BTech, once you waste, if you're not in the right transition, if you're in the wrong hands, and if you're in the wrong company, and if you're in the wrong job, if you're not satisfied, and once you waste 5 years, after that, coming back and setting up a vision and following that and to become a person you want is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so if you are at the right time to actually create a vision. So create a vision and set a mind. Now you have to set a mind in such a way that you should never be influenced by anybody under any circumstances. Your vision has to be very clear, and it has to be definitive. It has to be fixed. All right. Next is very important quality of great people is persistence. They will try. They will lose many times. It's a part of their game. In fact, great people, when they lose, they'll be very happy. Best example, MS Dhoni, the untold story. You might have watched. In the newspaper, it comes that Dhoni is not selected for a particular Deodhar trophy in 1999 or 2000. What happens? He comes to the shop. If you remember that scene, people who have watched that movie, Dhoni comes to that shop where sports utensils are actually sold. It is his friend's shop. They were all very serious, and they were feeling very bad that Mahi did not get selected. How is he going to take it? What does he do? He comes with a pack of samosa, and he says, he distributes samosas to everyone, and he says, I understood one thing, that isse kuch nahi hoga. Aage aur bhi mehnat karna hai mujhe. He got to know that with whatever efforts I have put in till now, that is not going to be sufficient. I am going to really do more efforts. I'm going to put more endeavors so that I can be highlighted. So that is the best example. You can learn from many people. So that's the best example to learn that when you try and when you fail, that should not allow you to get disappointed, and that should not allow you to keep thinking about your failure. You should think about how well can I do? How different can I do? How better I can do? And interestingly, great people, or let's say I'm not a great person, but I have 15 years of experience in going to colleges and delivering lectures. And ma'am said that I have trained more than 1 lakh people. Today, I'm here in front of you. But when I go back home, what will I think? I'll not be putting my collars up, and I'll not be feeling that, oh, I have given a session in front of 500 people in YouTube Live. No, I'll go and I'll think, how did I give my session? How better I can give next time if another college invites me. That's how I think. I will never take success and failure to my head. I'll only think about my performances. I'll only think about how better. And even if I have reached a position where I could say the best performance, still I'll feel that I still have to learn many things. So you just have to be persistent and approach your goal. I'm sure you're going to be there. Next, challenge fear. You have to challenge fear. You have some fear. For example, people have phobia. They are afraid of dogs. This is one phobia. Then my mom is afraid of escalators. Whenever we travel by flight, even this ma'am has that phobia. She's afraid of escalators. When we go to malls and all, she'll say, where is the staircase? I would like to climb the stairs. I don't want to come by escalator. I would say, no. Don't keep that fear fear. If you keep that fear, it becomes a phobia and you'll never be able to change it, challenge it. So this is, see, first you have to win yourself, then only you can win this world. How can you win this world if you cannot win yourself? So you have to challenge your fear and you have to come out of that. Next, combat negatives. I'm telling you, a lot of people will talk negatives about you. Now, they're not intentional. See, in this world, people are intelligent, people are educated, people have money, people have culture. But in some circumstances, in some situations, they lose their common sense. They don't know what to talk. Because of that, they say something to you, but they don't really mean it. But what you do is, they say something. They say that you can't even do this. They said and they left and they've forgotten it. But what you will do is, you'll repeat that sentence in your mind twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. And finally, that becomes your conviction, where you keep telling yourself every now and then that I can't even do this. I can't even do this. And suddenly, second person also says the same thing, which is another accident, a coincidental accident. Another person after 3 months says that you can't do this. You say, why everybody is saying I can't do this? Did everybody say? No, only 2 people said, but you made it everybody. So please understand, you have to combat negatives. And I'm telling you, I follow a formula to combat negatives. If someone talks negative about me, next moment I'll go out, pick up a new task and I'll do it, making sure that I don't allow those thoughts to creep into my mind. I'll never think about it because I know what I am. I know what is there in this life for me ahead. I'll never sit and think and emotionally put my hands on my head and feel like why people are talking like this. Never. Because if I do that, negative ideas will creep into my mind and that starts digging my own graveyard. I'm still 40 years. I don't want to die early. All right, fine. Next is learn from mistakes. See, love your mistakes. Every time you do mistakes and every time you realize that it is a mistake, you have to love it. You have to learn from it. Life is like a book. You have many chapters in it. You have to learn from each and every chapter. Don't stick to only one chapter. Ahead, you're going to have happy chapters. So obviously, you have to learn from your lessons. So whenever you have done a mistake, you have been punished because of that mistake in a circumstance or a situation, that should always be like a hanger in your mind that this is a mistake. Let me not repeat it because I've already suffered. I have got punished, so let me not do it. That's it. Next, be competent. I told you, think of only performance. Never think of success. Never think of people appreciating you. I would rather always feel that somebody appreciating me for what I do. I don't like it. I say, this is my duty. This is my job. I'm taking money from the college for doing this. Why do you want to appreciate? Anyhow, you're going to give me money for what I'm doing here, right? That's enough. For me, what is important is my performances, right? So be competent. That is very important. Next is reach the destination. Now, once you reach the destination, what happens? Life is a vicious circle. So once again, you create another vision. You're not going to stop there. You're going to create another vision. All right. So that's about how to approach. I hope it's very clear. Next, ma'am, shall we move to the next slide?
Yes, yes.
We're actually seeing the comments, sir, and everybody is really liking today's session.
Okay.
Very much.
All right. So till now we were very serious. We were talking about education. We were talking about goals. We were talking about persistence. We were talking about many things which are more of stress. Right now we are going to talk about stress busters. In your college, in the class, as a part of activity in the class, or in the canteen, or near the corridors, you're going to meet a lot of people. Probably first year, what is the intake, sir? We are like 500 people?
Yes, sir.
500 to 600 people. You're going to meet at least 10, 15 new people every day. Then you're going to meet your seniors. Seniors are going to talk to you. Now, please indulge into this communication. Don't keep yourself quiet. Even if you're an introvert, even if you don't like to talk to anybody, even if you have a lot of fears, even if you don't wish to talk to anybody, but please talk to people if they talk to you. have a smile on your face and talk to them. I'm telling you, this is a great stress buster. In fact, in some countries in Europe, they have opened a library. You know what is that library? That library consists of no books. Only human beings will come, sit one-to-one. I will say my story, they will say their story. A lot of things to learn from people. So please communicate in the college as a part of college culture. Always be open for communication. All right. So I'm telling you, there is a point here. There are a lot of points, but some important, I should say, bullets. First is, when you communicate with different people, you will lose your stress. You'll be able to put control on your stress. Next, you're going to develop communication skills. You're going to develop interpersonal skills. You're going to lose fear while approaching others. And very importantly, when you communicate to people, you're going to learn something from everybody on a daily basis. Some or the other thing you're going to improve. All right. Now, when you communicate with people, obviously you're going to attract positive emotions, negative emotions also. You're going to think positive about somebody, you're going to think negative about somebody. Stay away from thinking negative, only think positive. Now, many people say, stay positive, stay positive. You can ask me, sir, why should we stay positive? I have a very simple reason. If you want to be relaxed, if you want to be happy, if you want to be fine, if you want to have all these senses operating according to your requirement, if you want your body to listen to you, if you want your mind to be sharp, shrewd, and alert, then you should have good thoughts. And good thoughts are generated by positivity. So if you stay positive, you're going to generate a lots of good thoughts. And if you have good thoughts, you're going to stay fit, you're going to stay mindful, your senses are going to be under your control, your body is going to listen to you. No frustrations, no irritations, your temperament is going to be very less, your ego is going to be very less, and your tolerance is going to be very huge. See, when you are doing something, if you're a little frustrated and someone asks, what is this? You'll immediately react. But if you are positive, even if they react, even if they shout, even if they come and blow everything onto you with a lot of bad words, you're still going to ask them, what is your problem? Why are you shouting? Like, very cool, very calm. Why? Because you have positive thoughts. So stay positive. Don't collect negative emotions from people. All right. So next slide.
So they're telling positive is a new bad word in this 2020.
No, not like that.
No, like corona positive. That's
Okay. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, culture events. I wish college should reopen. I mean, the physical opening has to happen. And I wish students to come to college. I know some people would be feeling happy that working from, studying from home is also nice, but still, you will have a lot of memories actually if you come to college. So there'll be a lot of competitions. There'll be a lot of programs. And I want everyone to show up. Sir, I cannot dance. How can I show up in dancing competition? Become an organizer. Organize the event. So if you cannot dance, become an organizer. If you cannot organize, become a dancer. So whatever, whether it is cultural activities or extracurricular activities, whatever it is, try to get into it and try to participate, because that will, competitions are very important. You will understand teamwork, first of all. See, in most of the companies, the first soft skill they regard very high is teamwork. Now, how are you going to learn teamwork? In class, you're not going to learn teamwork because the teacher will come and teach and you just have to write notes and the teacher goes out, the next teacher comes. So there's nothing sort of teamwork. But when you participate in events like this, obviously you'll have a group which organizes an event. So all 4 or 5 people will sit together, think, discuss, do this, do that, and understand one's roles and responsibilities, understand one's strengths and weaknesses, and accordingly devise a plan so that effectively you can conduct this event. So teamwork comes. Leadership. Now, how are you going to learn leadership in the class? Some people say, sir, can I read the book of leaders? You cannot. See, if that is the case, then all leaders, their children could have been leaders, right? Right. Leadership is not born. Leader is not born. He's made. All right. So you have to make yourself a leader. And the best way is, you can participate in these events and you can organize. You can be the leader. You can dictate terms. You can devise plans. You can ask people to follow those plans, and you can become a leader, right? Best example is class representative. In this college, there is a system where not this college. Every college has a system where you'll be nominated for being a class representative. A lot of students I know what this class representative are. Ante sir వాళ్ళు చెప్పేది students కి నేను చెప్పాలా, అందరు నన్ను అడుగుతారా? See, they will look at the responsibilities, they'll run away. Now you cannot learn leadership if you're like this. You have to take up that opportunity. You have to become a leader. You'll come across a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. You should know how to combat them. And finally, eventually at the end, you're going to see the fruit of all the efforts you have put in for 4 years as a class representative. All right?
So how to overcome fear as well? Stage fear.
Stage fear. Okay. I have something to tell about stage fear. All right. Today I'm in front of you talking like this, and I would have given more than 300, 400 presentations. In fact, 600 presentations in my past for the past 15 years. But I was not like this when I was a child. When I was in just 5th standard, there was an English class. I'll just take you back to my 5th class, which is like 91, 92. In the year 91, 92, when you guys were not born. Okay. When I was in my 5th standard, what happened was there was an English class. And the moment the English teacher said that today I'm not going to teach any chapter, I'm going to conduct a jam competition. In those days, they used to call elocution. They were not talking about jam. Only these days, it has become a very trendy word called jam. Just a minute. Those days, it was like elocution or extempo. We used to either call it as extempo or elocution. And these days, trending words are jam, impromptu. Right? Impromptu is also a trending word these days. But those days, we never got exposed to impromptu and jam. It was elocution. So they said elocution competition. And she started nominating few people, and finally her eyes fell on me. Okay, not because I was handsome, because she wanted me to come onto the stage and she wanted me to actually give a speech. So she called me. She said, "This is your topic. Speak on this." And literally, I was an introvert. I never used to like talking to people, and I was really struggling. I should say I was suffering, and there was a lot of cold hands. And I was feeling like to run away, and I didn't know what to do. But then I closed my eyes, because if I opened my eyes, I could see pressure in front of me. All my friends, what they were doing? Srikanth, you got the opportunity. They were like very happy that I got this opportunity. I'm in this situation where I'm putting myself down. So I was like, what do I do? Then I closed my eyes. When I closed my eyes, I recollected a small incident. Whenever some guests come to my house, my mom used to always tell me, "Srikanth, tell them what do you study." So they would ask, "Srikanth, what do you do?" I say, "I'm Srikanth, studying 5th standard, B section from so-and-so college." All right. Now I remembered that, okay, my first introduction is done. Let me think of my topic later. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Srikanth, and I am studying my 5th standard. They all know that I am studying 5th standard B section, but I wanted a line actually to make myself comfortable, because the first initial 3 seconds or 4 seconds are the most, dying situation of a speaker. Even now, when I came in, when ma'am explained me that Srikanth sir will take over, the first 1 or 2 seconds, I had burners in my stomach. But then I dozed them off with good morning and all. The first 1 second is enough. So I was saying, "Good morning, everyone. I'm Srikanth Sriram. I'm studying 5th standard B section from this school. And today my topic is pollution. But I'm very sorry, I did not prepare. Next time, I promise I'll come prepared. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I hope you all enjoyed my speech." I did this. They all were like shocked. Ma'am was also shocked. And I went and sat next to my friends. What my friends did? I cannot show you like this. I'll show you. So that, my friends started doing like this. They were like, oh, you were always targeting us when we were on the stage. Now you faced it. So like that. So that was my first attempt. Like this, there were many attempts in my life where I had to struggle. And finally, it took a lot of time for me to combat that fear. But one thing which I really liked in my performances was I used to never give importance to what people think about my performance, what the teacher thinks about my performance, what the organizer thinks about my performance. I always used to think, what do I think about my performance? Okay, yesterday I went to the stage, I couldn't talk anything, I was very nervous, I came back and sat. Today I said good morning. That 2 words is an improvement for me. Third day, good morning everyone, I am Srikanth Sriram. Today my topic is, but I don't know my topic, and I went and sat. So the third day, people only see that, hey, this fool, see, he has not prepared topic, but he went to the stage. They only see like that, they only think like that. But for me, I think that first day, I could go to the stage, I couldn't talk anything. But fourth day, I'm in a situation where I could say 4 to 5 sentences. Like that, I kept improving one by one, like a toddler, like an infant. And suddenly, I didn't know when it happened that I started speaking well, and I started facing people. And today, my job. Yesterday, I went to a college. I gave a session in front of 600 people in the morning, 600 in the afternoon. Today, 500 people, 500 to 600 today with Stanley Women's College. So this has become a part of my life. But still, even I have fear. Don't think that people who speak well have no fear. No, even I have fear. But the only difference is when I have fear, the first couple of seconds, I will release that fear by talking like, good morning, everyone. I would like to tell myself, because it is very easy to talk about myself rather than starting the topic, right? Did you see, I started off saying that I'm born and brought up in Chennai, did my schooling there. I pursued my master's in business administration. That is very easy for me because that's a regular liners. So every time you have a regular liners, for example, you go to a shopping market, people will come and say, good morning, ma'am, good morning, sir, how can I help you? That's a regular liner. Now you ask them a question, they cannot answer properly. We don't ask them any question. We feel that, oh my God, they're talking so nice, I cannot ask a question, we keep quiet. But the interesting part is behind that, they cannot speak much. Because that is a one-liner which they regularly use for every customer on a daily basis for 10 to 15 times. So that is gone into their blood, right? So similarly, till everything becomes and goes into your blood, it is going to take difficult. It is going to be difficult. But once you push everything into your blood, it is going to be very easy. Stage is nothing, in fact. You'll be very, very happy presenting in the stage. You'll not even have one single doubt about you that you have stage fear. Everybody has stage fear. A faculty who stands in front of 60 students will have stage fear. But then, see, some faculties, what they do is they immediately turn their back, write date. Today's date, 23rd November 2020. Then today's topic. Now that 1 second, 2 seconds when he's writing, he releases all his stress, he becomes normal, and then he starts his class. But we don't know anything about this. Oh my God, so confident. But when I go to stage, I am not so confident. You can also be confident when you go to stage. Find something where you can release your stress. As simple as that. Any questions?
That's also they're very happy.
Sir, they are very happy. They actually wanted to see you.
Okay. All that glitters is not gold, okay? So you might not like me if you see me directly. Okay. So I have one more slide actually.
Yeah, they are able to see.
Yeah. So this is how you can reach me. You can take my email ID. I'm also available in my Instagram and LinkedIn. I told you, activate your LinkedIn account and you can search for Srikanth Sriram and you'll find me. You can add me. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll answer you. Then please write down the last Google form like https://bit.ly/FCP session. I want everyone to fill this form. If you type this in any of the browsers, whether it is Mozilla or Google Chrome or Opera or any browser you have at home and laptop, open, type this, and once you type it, please fill this form, because that is for my understanding about your understanding of this program. All right. So before we wrap it up, if you have any questions, I would really love to answer. Let me check. It's absolutely a great session. Fantastic, beautiful, wonderful. I'm not going to listen to, I'm not going to purchase it. I'll only purchase your questions, because as I told you before, I'm not going to think about how did you feel about my session. I'm only going to think about how did I perform and how should I improve. So questions.
So what is the research field in artificial intelligence is what they're asking.
Research field in artificial intelligence, that's what? If you finish BTech and start learning artificial intelligence, to actually understand where all artificial intelligence can be implemented, there is a research department in every company. Okay, for example, if you take Microsoft, they do a lot of research on where all they can use artificial intelligence. So that is called R&D, okay, research and development. Every company has that department called R&D. To reach that place, it is not so easy. It is going to be very difficult. It's like climbing Mount Everest. At the same time, you should have a lot of knowledge about how to go there, and your vision has to be very clear. You should start working right from day one. Then only you will be able to go to that position.
Yeah. What about UPSC exams?
What about UPSC exams? Yes, if you want to get into civil services, we have IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS, and we have Intelligence Bureau, CBI, CID. Then you have National Investigation Agencies. So there are a lot of things which come under postal. You have postal, you have Provident Fund offices. You have a lot of government undertakings which come under UPSC. And as I said, UPSC is once again a very highly competitive exam. So what you have to do is day one, you have to start. And these days, a lot of companies are offering you training. Best example is Byju's, Una Academy. They all offering training, but that training is not required right now. Right now, what you can do is you can prepare by yourself. And when you come to fourth year, if you want to slog, if you're very near, see, it's like lioness attacking its prey. Even though lions are called king of jungle, lions will never tell a prey that, hey, I'm the king, stop there, I'll come and attack you. No, they'll go very slow, and they will use their forelegs and back legs very carefully, go very close to the prey. And when they're very close to the prey, they go on attack and they go for the kill. Now you have to go very slowly like a lioness attacking its prey. But when you're very close to your destination, that's when you have to pounce on it with all these available products like Byju's, Magoosh. You just have to use them and you have to go for the kill.
How to be consistent?
How to be consistent? Mindset. That is something to do with your psychology. I cannot say that you have medicines and medical job. I cannot say that you do this, you do that. I cannot say that you talk to somebody. No, it's your mindset. So how do you set your mind is important. For me, becoming a trainer is a mindset. For me, being an entrepreneur is a mindset. And I have faced a lot of, good things, bad things, worst things. People doubted me. My own people doubted my abilities, my caliber, but I never doubted myself. I always kept my mindset straight, simple, precise, kept working. Things changed, seasons changed, circumstances changed. I kept developing, and I am now in this situation. All right. So mindset, consistency is completely dependent on one's mindset. So there is no shortcut. You just have to set your mind. Okay. If you have some, if you have already experienced lots of problems in your family, and if those problems are constructing you to achieve something, then it's easy, right? If I have an urge no, somebody has, I lost somebody in my family. I am the breadwinner. I cannot be like this. I have to be more responsible now. Now that situation will change you, will make you more and more stronger. That's easy. But if everything is fine, your life is cool, you haven't faced a lot of difficulties, everything is like, they say, golden spoon. For them, setting mind is very difficult. But then you have to find a way to set your mind and keep that mind set forever.
Last question, what do you suggest, civil services or GATE?
Civil services or GATE, I would suggest you, if you are interested in technical area, then go for MTech, GATE exam. If you don't want to get into technical area, you want to serve this country, you want to do something like, public service, then you go for civil services. So it's all about, see, it's not like what I say, or it's not like what opportunities they offer. It's like which is relative to you. See, I am a technical guy. Now, if I get into civil services, I might still crack, I might still become a collector, I might still get into investigation, CBI, CID, postal department. But my technical brain will keep asking me this question regularly when I sleep. My conscious, subconscious mind, hey, what did you do? You were so passionate about technical skills. Why did you join public service? Similarly, if you are interested in public service, and you can still prepare for GATE, you can still crack GATE, you can still go for MTech, and you can still work in public service undertakings, but still your brain will keep asking you, you were so interested in public service, what are you doing with all this technology now? What are you doing with all this invention, innovations now? So it's all about, you should be answerable to yourself. You should be answerable to your subconscious mind. So you should know what you want, and accordingly you should plan. Obviously, yes, there are some career opportunities where family should also come into picture. For example, you want to go for MS, but the cost of pursuing MS is more than 30 lakhs or 35 lakhs. Your family will come into picture where you have to think about the affordability of 30 to 40 lakhs of sponsorship if you want to plan for MS. So what is relevant for me? First point, what is relevant for me? Does it involve a lot of cost? If it involves a lot of cost, then I will bring family into picture. If it doesn't involve a lot of cost, it is only with my hard work, then I'll go ahead. So that's how you have to plan.
Is competitive programming important?
What is competitive programming? See, I understand competitive programming means there are some competitions conducted by the market in the terms of, there is a website called HackerRank. There is a website called CodePrep. There is a website called, I'm not getting them right now. This is something which I was not prepared for. So they conduct a lot of competitions in coding. Okay, you can go participate. First time when you go, you will not know anything. Second time when you go, you will understand what is a problem statement. Third time when you go, you will know how to structure and how to find a solution. Fourth or fifth time, that is when you will understand that, okay, this is how a coding competition happens. And if you do well in coding competitions, obviously companies will absorb you. All right, so that's a good question. That's it. So shall I say bye to them?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
All right, friends. I'm now, wrapping up my session. So as I began my session by thanking the college management, and I would like to end by a thanking note to the management, the HOD ma'am, the coordinators, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge and expertise with you people for this 1.5 hour, whatever it is. I hope it was interesting, at the same time informative. What is important for me is it should be informative. Whether it is interesting or not, that is secondary, because that depends upon how you absorb. But I tried my best to make it more interesting. So if it was informative and if you learned something, now it doesn't end here. You have to take it forward and you have to take it forward all alone by yourself by being independent. So if you want to be independent in your life after 4 years, then you have to start getting that impressions of being independent from right now. All right. So thank you very much. It was a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed, and I also enjoyed your questions, and I was really, surprised to see some wonderful questions. And special thanks to that girl Ruhi who answered that question. Ruhi Abiba, good luck for you and good luck for all the children. All the very best. And as you requested, once you guys come here physically, if the college management once again invites me, I'll be very, very happy to come, see you all, meet you all. In case if you remember me still that day, I'll be very happy, or else I'll continue with my session. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Srikanth.
Thanks, ma'am.
Time just flew. I didn't even realize that it was 1.5 hours.
Thank you.
And I believe it was an amazing session, because I can see that our public chat is flooded with all appreciation, with all thanks. So I believe all the kids have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we would really like to have you again at our campus.
Sure, ma'am.
So to address our students. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
So
you
I
much.
take this opportunity just to facilitate you.
Oh, my
So we
goodness.
are going to give you a plan, which
Okay.
we hope that it will be taken good care
Sure,
by you.
ma'am, sure, ma'am. I've received many plans from colleges. So
Yeah, this is one. And I request ma'am to be here. No, when we stand,
We have to
can't see.
sit. Yeah, they
Come,
can't
come. I request Pragati, our convener, to be with us. Come over here. Yeah, she's here. You have to bend. Otherwise, you cannot see. Yeah, here. Yes, this is what we are giving.
see. Okay.
Right? A plan to sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that's all for today, girls. And tomorrow we are going to start the session with your chemistry test. And today the responses were good. And if you'd like to know like who got the highest, there are like more than, I can say, 10 students who scored 24 on 25. Very good, I should say. So we are going to share even your marks, the result, and also your answers for the quiz will also be shared. Okay. So tomorrow again get ready for the same sessions. Today we are going to send your temporary ID numbers, so that tomorrow on the test you can just give your temporary ID numbers and also your name. Okay. Any other instructions, any other doubts you have, you can again WhatsApp your faculty members. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Good day to you, girls.